Mitt Romney has a new point person in Congress, and she just might help him defend against Democratic accusations about a Republican war on women. Congresswoman Kathy McMorris Rodgers is the campaign's new liaison on Capitol Hill and joins me now. Your first interview, I think, since being named by the campaign. Thank you so much for joining us. How do you propose to push back against the arguments that a lot of Democrats and even some Republicans have, that women have been disadvantaged by the legislation and by recently the vote on pay equity?
Well, first, I'm honored to be serving in this new role for Romney, and it is my goal to lead in uniting the House Republicans around Mitt Romney. The response has been very positive, and I'm also encouraged as I see more women coming to the Republican Party when they see the policies that are being promoted by Mitt Romney as a proven leader in creating jobs, putting people to work, turning around companies, as well as turning around the Olympics. He's proven that he can get our economy growing again, and that's the #1 issue for women right now is economic growth and job creation.
Doesn't he also, though, have to respond to questions about his position on a lot of other women's issues, on health issues, on the abortion controversies? How do you respond on all of that?
Well, we'll have a vigorous debate on all of those issues. When I look at the priorities for women right now in America, though, it's jobs, it's the economy. They're looking at their children and the opportunities that their children are going to have once they graduate from school. 50% of college graduates right now can't get a job. Absolutely, health care is a priority issue. Women make 85% of the health care decisions. And you know what? Women oppose Obamacare more than men. They don't want the federal government interfering with their ability to make those best health care decisions for their families, for their parents, for their children. And Mitt Romney has been very clear on all of these priorities. Women care about the debt. They're concerned about this record debt that this administration is leaving to the next generation. And so all of these issues are going to be a part of the debate. I'm encouraged that I see women coming to the Republican Party. The Republicans won the women's vote in 2010.
There's always been a gender gap. To what do you attribute the continuing gender gap then?
Well, I see the gender gap actually narrowing, and in 2010, the Republicans won the women's vote, first time since Ronald Reagan, driven by the economy, the fact that women are struggling finding jobs, and as well as health care. Women don't support the president's health care bill. So
well, it depends. I'm not sure what polls you're citing there, Congresswoman, because I think it depends on how the question is asked and what aspect of the health care bill you're talking about. But what about that pay equity bill? What about the violence against women legislation? There have been a number of key votes on the Hill.
Right.
Arguably, Democrats have staged those votes in order to put you Republicans on the spot, but it does put you on the defensive and Mitt Romney on the defensive.
We have Republicans are rock solid in supporting equal pay for equal work, and we're committed to making sure that women are paid equal pay for their equal work, and we're going to continue to move forward on that issue.
What was the objection to that legislation then?
Well, the bill that was in the Senate was a bureaucratic nightmare for our businesses. There's a better way to move forward, and there's been on the Violence Against Women Act. That program has long enjoyed broad bipartisan support. Republicans and Democrats believe that this is an important program. The House has passed a bill. The Senate has passed a bill. I'm hopeful that we'll get to conference soon so that we can iron out the differences and get something on the president's desk.
All right. Thank you very much, Congresswoman Kathy McMorris Rodgers. Thanks for being with us today. Look forward to talking to you throughout this campaign.
Thank you.
And President Obama isn't getting a lot of